Do you see this mastery? Do you see this?
Yep.
Are you seeing this? It took me like a good 6 minutes, but people in the future are going to be like, how did he do all the spirals so perfectly? How he do it? Watch this. Perfect. Except it wasn't perfect, so. Dang it. Oh no. Ooh. Boom. Oh no. Did it on the wrong layer. Yay. I can barely... Nice.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Yoda Soda Creations, the podcast, which features the two heads behind Yoda Soda Creations, and maybe a few more. Well, at the moment of the story, hopefully there's another point in the future. Anyway, you basically know how this works. Two or more people talking movies and TV older recent and related movies and TV and related older movies and TV and related older recent. And today we have a little something. And today we have something a little bit different. We are discussing the best and worst of My Little Pony season 8.
Yes. We spent, if you are a regular watcher, then you would see that this stream is starting much, much later, and that's why we have spent the past hour or so going through all the relevant episodes. We are including the holiday special because we thought it came out close enough to the actual season to merit its inclusion. But other than that, so yeah, we just used episodes from season 8 and went through all of them and ranked them from best to worst.
Yep. And apologies for the audio quality. I'm at a convention right now, and I'm currently doing this via phone.
Yeah.
Also, I'm doing this in the bathroom right now, so there's a bit of an echo. But they're watching a movie in the room, so, for right now.
We're doing the best we can, guys.
Turn it down. Yeah.
Give
At
us
least
a break.
I'm here this time.
The way this is worked is that generally each of us have picked our top 3, but there may be the occasion where we'll list our, but there may be some points where we'll list our runners-ups, honorable mentions.
Yes. So I will now reveal we have a actual sheet that we wrote up for this. Here was our list. It's a bit jumbled, but basically these are the episodes right here. One of the main things you'll notice are 1 and 24 are the combinations of both the season opening and season finale. We thought that it would just save a little bit of time and it would help the list, because with the finale, as you'll see, that would have taken up quite a lot of the list. But overall, what do you think? I think generally, we can see the trend picked up, the overall quality picked up around this area. Up until then, it was pretty...
Yeah, a bit
all
after
over
the
the
midway
place.
point.
Second half was the real. Second half is basically where things were really got off the ground.
Yeah, we were kind of hitting here and there, a bit good. This one hit decently. This area picked up a bit, like the mid-season. But this is where the real heavy hitters were. Area. We got nothing atrocious, I believe. Sarcasm had more reviews, like with this one and this one. I don't think either of us, Alex, hit lower than 4, I think. Yeah. This rating scale, by the way, is 1 through 10, by the way.
What can I say? I'm a pessimist by nature.
These stars, by the way, are episodes that were good, but probably not good enough. And the asterisks are ones where we might go back and re-rate them. Keep in mind that my ratings are from one to maybe one and a half viewings. I'm sure Alex probably. Well, what would you say? How many times have you seen each episode?
Twice at best.
Twice at best. Okay. So none of us, all these ratings can move a bit if we ever do like a overall rating system, but this is from first viewing and above, kind of. I think we got most of the. I don't know if my opinions will change very much if I watch them when I watch them again. Sorry.
The only way my opinion on main 6 will change is if it becomes relevant in the next season.
Yeah. Like, yes. Which one is it? This one. So Sarcasm took that one really hard. I actually quite like that one, but it was Mean 6, if I remember correctly, the one with Chrysalis.
Yep.
So that one was probably actually one of the most polar. We got an 8 and a 1 in that one. So one of us thought it was amazing, the other thought it was awful. Kind of our scale was like 1 is unwatchable, 2 is kind of like just above unwatchable, 3 is like, yeah, 4 is like not great, okay, 5 is like okay, like kind of average, 6 is a bit above average, 7 is kind of what this range is, kind of what most episodes are in. Maybe this range. 8's getting good. Like when it's an 8, it's probably a pretty good one. 9 is Well, usually, so yeah, eight's a good episode from in this scale. 9 is like really good. 10 is like amazing, like trendsetter. As you can see, I don't think any of us put a 10 down. Some of us got pretty close though. The Kieran one,
I almost put down a 10 for that one.
yeah, this one was definitely the highest. And again, if
Yeah,
we rewatch them again, we might score them even to a 10, but we'll see. You know, our these are all, again, all of us have only watched the season 1 or 2 times, each episode 1 or 2 times. So opinions may change. I am kind of doubting they'll change much, to be honest, but I'm going to try to use a technique. Technique, Squidward, technique. I'm going to try to, like... I'm going to take, like, a swatch of this, and then, like... But overall, what do you guys think? How was the season now that everything's said and done? Dust is settling.
It had a lot of high points, so a couple of really low points. A bit better than average.
Yeah, I think last season was a bit low. It had, I don't know. I'll have to rewatch 7 a bit. It felt like 7 was a bit lower though than this one, if we're gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I think less stuff happened that was big. But I think overall it was an improvement. If we do like copy and paste. Oh. This might work. Oops. Think. What if we just kind of... There we go. That's kind of what I intended to do. Ooh, that's kind of cool, actually. Let's try. Ooh.
Ooh.
That's... Ooh. Ooh! Ooh! Then we kind of... Oh, that really... Oh! Oh, look at... Oh, my gosh. Mate! They should just call me the grass man. I can make grass. Oh, that looks like legit, dude. Doesn't it?
Looks good.
Is that just me? It's just me, probably. I think I've never drawn grass this good, so it's just shocking me. Because I guess I haven't done much grass. Oh, shoot. Oh! Yes. Do you want to see something masterful, by the way? Watch this.
Sure.
That's actually not working, so never mind. Um.
Okay. I'll get things back on track, kind of, by saying that my favorite episode from this season was definitely Sound of Silence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was very high up there for me.
I think we could all agree on that one.
It's kind of an undebatable one. I think the fandom also agreed, judging by all the fan art of it.
Yeah, well, according to Quest GTL, the fandom also said the Mean Six was the best episode of the first half.
You're not gonna let that one die.
I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure there were better episodes in the first half.
I don't know, to be honest.
Someone's been triggered.
I don't know. I think it was kind of a close runner for me, and it wasn't so much for you. You know what I mean?
True. I think it's just because, evil clones and Chrysalis, with not really looking at any of the any deeper than.
Yeah. You see, when I start combining them, they don't work together. See that?
Ah.
I wonder how to combine them without screwing up the effect that it creates. Clipping, maybe? Ooh. What's that doing? Let's draw black stuff. Huh.
But yeah, it seems every time that MLP has a guest star, that's always the good. So it's always been a good one, I think.
Yeah. Oh. You know what it is?
What?
So like this layer right here it's a gradient, or it's an opacity, right? And this one here is an opacity, and this one's here is an opacity, and this one here is an opacity, right? When they combine, I think it makes it worse and worse. Like the opacity slowly goes down somehow.
Ah.
Like it combines together. Blending normal. Let's do maybe. Ooh, geez. Holy crap. What is all this? Do you know? Oh, you can't see that on your screen, sorry. Multiply. Ooh. Add. Whoa. Overlay. Maybe it's an overlay. Oh, yikes. Oh well. That'll be a bridge we'll cross later.
But yeah, best song, best new character, best new character, best new location.
Yeah. For the Krins, yes. Not really much of a fight there. The song was amazing, I felt, at least personally. It was probably one of my favorite um songs that we've had in the show for a while, actually. I'm not a huge fan of the songs. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Sarcasm?
Oh, I was just agreeing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of songs in the show. Like I'm not opposed to them, and I'm not really reared up when they're there. You know what I mean? I guess I'm impartial by it. So usually the fandom's like, oh, that was an amazing. Usually notice, right? This Corinne song was actually really good, though. I still think "Strong as Horses" is still like one of the actual songs that I think I actually bought that one. So that's like one of the only songs I've actually bought and that I would listen to outside of the show. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But yeah. Need a picture of a Corinne. The star of the show, probably Autumn Blaze. Do I already have a picture of her on my computer? Searching database. Beep 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 boop pop beep boop pop boop pop.
And of course, nothing felt off. No, none of the main 6 fell off. None of the main 6 were off. None of the
Yeah, they were written correctly. I know what you mean.
a lot of things added up.
Yep, that's a picture of Autumn Blaze. I love the people are talking about like autumn. It's like the Greek word for red and things becoming red or something like that, right? It's like in America, fall. We call it fall because leaves fall off tree. It's like way simpler. Summer, it is hot, and there's sun. That's some HD water there, right there.
And nothing felt like it was underdeveloped.
Yeah, everything was on point, sharp, like this kitty's frown. Look, I can just copy this. Watch this, guys. Hang on one sec. I got you, fam. Save image. Downloads, right? No, wait. Downloads. Okay. Watch this, fam. Open. Beep boop boop bop. Hacking system. Beep boop. Beep boop 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 bop. System. Ooh. Ooh. That discretion is a bit too high. Still too high. Still very too high. What the heck? It's awful. This wand tool is terrible. Am I doing something wrong? Whatever, screw it. We're doing it the old-fashioned way. Oh boy. Nailing it. Nailing it. Nailing it. Loosen up. Almost there. Almost there. They're getting closer. Almost there. They're right on me. I've never focused so hard in my life, guys. Oh. 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 What the frick? You know what? I just realized I needed to minus it, not add it together. End my suffering. Autumn Blaze is worth it, though. Oh! Oh, shoot. Okay, okay. We'll just leave that. I'm gonna... Hang on. I'm calling it there. I'm going to say Control C. Control V. Done. Wow. This is easy, guys.
Good job.
What else do we need? What else do
I would have recommended just as they were vectors for cutie marks, they would have been vectors for characters.
we need Cozy Glow next, guys. Cozy Glow next. Easy, guys. This is gonna be easy, bro. We'll be done in like 5 minutes. Cozy Glow. Images. Oh, this one's even better, dude.
Speaking of which, School Race was my second favorite episode this season.
Which one was?
School Race? The finale?
School Raise. Yes. I think that was my first, wasn't it? Let me check my list. No, that wasn't my list. I think my list, yeah, okay, 20, yeah. School Raise was my favorite, apparently. Open. Downloads. No. Such an idiot. Okay. Guys, this one's going to be even easier. Watch. Except it's not for some reason. Oop. Now, how do we do selection? We do select inverse. Ooh, ooh, oh, oh, ah!
Yeah, sorry I haven't been speaking up much. They're watching a movie.
No problem. Dude, this is like, what am I doing? This is perfect. Last one is a reindeer. Oh, shoot. This one's going to be harder.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll find a vector.
Yeah, this is going to be harder, boy. Yikes. So I realized in the last episode I had my mic all the way turned up. So probably when I was going, it was probably deafening. How about, Alex, would you like to take us through the list? So, and we can talk about each part of it. So here, you can take a screenshot of it. There's our picks. And then you can also talk about the bad ones, the bad batch. Yikes. You got it? Right as I say that, I hear a... It's like, you got that? Right after I say. Got it, sir. We got you. Okay, yeah, this one, the reindeer is going to be, yikes, a bit harder. Unless we want a non-canon one. which I kind of would be. It would be funny, like a rainbow dash. Wait, you sent screenshots, right? Sarcasm, you sent me screenshots like a day or two.
I did?
Didn't you? Maybe it was on the official...
Screenshots about what?
They were of the holiday special.
Oh yeah, it should be there. Let's scroll up a bit.
Scrolling intensifies. Oh boy. Okay, okay. Okay, there is one. We found one. Okay. Open link. Save image as. Okay. Hacking continues. Oh! This one's is also going to be a very painful and laborious task. I gotta crop this one out. No, shoot! I just realized something. She got no legs, boys. We're gonna have to use this one. This one's the next best thing. Save. Sorry, we're not talking very much. It's we need kind of a basics, don't we? Like something to talk about.
Yeah, then like I said, they're watching Harry Potter. Don't want us to get copyrighted by WB.
Yeah. Please don't do that, please. Okay, so I think... Oh. What do we have here? Ooh, that's a good one. How'd you find that one? I'm yoinking that. Save images. Screw that. Screw this one. What even is this one? Let me close this one. Okay. Open. Or speed running this, guys. Boom. Oh. That's perfect.
I was basically looking to see if they were actual vectors.
Yeah, we need a vector. All right. Selection inverse. Control C. Paste. Oop.
Anyway, Spill Race. They turned a character we completely disliked at the beginning of the season. Surprisingly likable. There were some questions regarding the villain,
But generally, everyone was competent.
Yeah.
Even if Scarlet
that's all we ask.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Yeah, it's which episode was this?
finale.
Family, he said?
I was pointing things about the finale.
The finale, yes. It was yeah, if we're gonna have the main six in the background, then it did the best. It ditched the main six in the best way I guess you could have had them be ditched.
Yeah, unlike season 6, it gave an excuse as to why they were out.
Yeah.
You know, one that doesn't involve them getting in Celestia off screen.
Starlight was Celestia'd off though, so that sucks. That's where that's.
I like that Celestia is now was it verb and noun? I'm not good with the whole grammar thing.
He's also a swear word.
That is true.
And that's canon too. That's not even. So I don't think I will be submitting this to DeviantArt, or if I do, I will definitely link all the artists in the description. This might stay an internal piece of art because I don't have time to draw all of these characters. But it gives you a good visual representation of all our winners this week.
Yeah, and if you want to imagine a picture of Chris off to the side with like a plastic medal that says, "You tried."
Give me a second. Just 1 second. You wait. Give me one of like okay. Alex. Okay, we need to find a picture of Chrysalis like reaching out, like reaching for this, like maybe like the Starlight one where she's like reaching up, she can barely yeah. You know what I mean? You get the picture? She's like clawing for life. She's like, but it's just gonna put a little medal on her neck. You gotta like at least attempt to try to spell it right, by the way, too. I incredibly messed up. There's a lot of fan art of Chrysalis, like a cute Chrysalis. People want her reformed. You can feel it. There's a picture of Chrysalis biting Starlight's tail. It's pretty great. If I do vector. I'm dying. I mean, this one will work right here. All over here. Look at that. Yeah, that'll work. It's pretty low res, though. Tell me if you find one better, Alex. This one's like really low res. Boom! Let's check this one out. There we go. That one's pretty good. So I just realized what picture I accidentally clicked on. The last second. There we go. Yeah, that's a better one. Nearly got it too in one click. Ooh. Selection. Inverse control C. Angry cat. Be off in the corner.
I guess since Colin managed to complete me, we can go to my number 3, the holiday special. The holiday special we talked about last week.
Oh yes. I quite like this one. To be honest.
Reindeer is finally
Yeah, it was good.
Reindeer is finally in Generation 4.
Confirmed. Oh, I found a perfect medal, by the way. Here, you'll love this, guys.
A lot of good references.
Oh my gosh, the references were everywhere.
Perfect.
There was an attempt. There was an attempt. It's even pixelated too. It's gotten even worse. Where did the attempt one go? It's up there. See it? There it is. Ooh. Oh no! Okay. Okay. There was an attempt.
And also, we had ready displaying generosity for the first time in a while.
Yeah. Most of the ponies actually got. You cannot read that. Okay,
Well,
I'll make it.
At least there was an attempt.
I knew you were gonna say it. How dare you?
You're the one who picked it.
I'll just leave it like that. You're just gonna have. That's an inside joke right there. There was an attempt. That's okay. The name of this piece of work is going to be "There Was an Attempt." Because, I mean, I attempted something, but oof. Yikes. You know what? I can even do this, dude. You don't need watch this. Famous last words. Watch this. Boom! Don't know how I'm going to select these because, yeah, they're gradients. Maybe if we just do like 100. What the heck is it doing? If I just circle this, there we go. Control C. Actually, I kind of don't like that one. What's the best cloud here, guys? Cloud voting. I kind of like this one. What do you say, guys?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Good one, yeah. Okay, Control C. Yoink. Every time. Every time. And then Control T. Oh! Oh, man! Oh, wow! Whoa! It's perfect. I mean, literally. We can just delete these. I want to leave the attempt though. That one's good. Close that too. No, I don't want to save my changes to that. Okay, what else? What other cloud's a good one? More cloud voting. What about this one? This one's pretty good. Think so?
Okay.
All right, all right. That one, like, if we do like a big one. Ooh, no, big one, big one. Did you get that reference? Do you know where that's from? That's actually a reference, guys. No, big one, big. It's so low res. Let's try that again. Make it a bit smaller. Kind of like it behind Autumn. Yeah. All right, guys. This is like nearly good. Like almost passable. Ooh. My selection skills. Oh my gosh. Oh. This is easy, guys. You know that saying with Bob Ross? He's like, this. You just need to get out and do it and stuff. I now understand. You just need a drawing screen and copy and paste. and watch this. Oh. Yeah. Guys, this is like legit. Wow.
I will quickly go through Emira's up. Heartwarming Club is also pretty good on the basis of a lot for the students.
Along with world building.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, seriously. I basically the episodes, to sum it up real fast, the episodes that had the student 6 acting like characters were generally pretty good. So that included kind of the holiday special and a couple others. Continue, Alex.
Meltdown finally gave us Spike's wings.
Yes.
And there was definitely a lot of dragon lore.
There was a lot of dragon presence in this. They never really got like specific episode like the one with I'm blanking on its name. Thorax and Ember. That was a fun episode. The last one. I love the banter of she's like, you guys are the same, like Starlight and Twilight. That was probably one of the best parts of that season. That was amazing.
Yeah, but at least we got Smolder and Spike interacting.
Yes, we did. He's probably one of the best. Oh, I'm going to use the literary term foils. Ooh. He's a good foil to Spike. The selection job here is awful.
And last of my runner-ups is Surf and or Turf. It was an early favorite on the basis of large film acknowledgement.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh my gosh. This is even better. Okay, sorry. It was it wasn't my favorite for I don't know. It wasn't really fluid to me, I guess. I don't know. I guess there were. I just felt it ranked okay. The continuity isn't everything to me. You know what I mean? Continuity adds a point or two, but I don't know. It was a Crusader episode, and those are usually okay. You know what I mean?
I thought it was above average.
It was above average, though. Yes, I'm saying sorry. I meant Crusader episodes in general are eh. This one was above average. It was a good Crusader episode. This would be a good example of a Crusader episode, I think. What the frick did I put it? Oh, you found that's a good picture. I found a really good picture. Let's see if I open it. Indeed. Oh, it is in downloads. Okay, let's see. There it is. It should be in this folder. What's it called? There it is. There it is. Okay. Perfect. Because she's like winning, guys.
That is good.
Oh. How did we not find this one before? Where did she go? Where did she go? Did I not copy and paste it? Control C. See? I don't see her, do you? Apparently she's somewhere. Where's she go, guys? What the heck? It says she's on this layer. I can't see her. Oh! Oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. Selection tool. Inverse. Ah! I was just copying void. With head. Where is it going? I don't know. Oh, that's perfect, guys. You gotta admit.
Definitely.
I have like 5 of these, dude. I figured out the mastery of copy and paste. It's
Nice.
beautiful.
This doesn't work.
Oh, what's happening?
So I can either listen to music with it or I can charge it. You want me to do both?
Yeah.
Oh, and the charging seems to take precedence. It's like if I plug in my earbuds and then plug that in.
My sister came in the room, sorry. Fast.
I guess by the at this point I will now flip the coin and start talking about my least favorites.
Okay.
Number 3 on my starting with number 3 on my least favorites, the washouts.
That's weird. Yeah, so that's weird. We can go back. So I don't know. I'll post that maybe on DeviantArt if you can get all the sources. Anyways, washout. What episode was washouts? That was
You ever come across those points where you think the return of a character might spawn some potential? They wasted it. But on a rewatch, there was a good. But on a rewatch, I can appreciate the sort of message behind it. Best to take safety with the youngins.
yes. That I think this was a bit polarizing for us because I quite liked it. It's number 20, by the way, in our list. I quite liked it. Dang it. I quite liked it. This is the one we're talking about. You gave it a 6. So seems like you might have given it lower, but you came around on it, and Sarcasm gave it a bit higher. So you got in between us. Sarcasm was the in-between one in this one, which is weird because Sarcasm always goes lower. It seems. Sarcasm's harder to please, it seems. This one being the outlier.
But I certainly know he has a lot to talk about with my second least favorite, the Mean 6.
Ah, so this was also kind of polarizing. So the Mean 6 was
Episode 13.
13 right here. Sorry, yeah, you just beat me. So you gave it a 1, basically, practice 0. And I gave it a...
Keep it on the 1 to 10 scale.
Yeah. So, again, this was the big trend of Alex being the in-between between us. So I was more positive, Sarcasm was more negative, and Alex was in between.
It's like
it seemed.
It's like I could see what you were going with. How classic, how it was sort of a homage to the classics where basically the heroes unaware.
Yes, so I was talking about that earlier. We probably should have started this stream when we were doing all this.
At the same time, it's enough. At the same time, at the same time, it was another example of missed potential.
Yeah, I just realized something. We could tally up these scores. Let me get a calculator out.
Yeah, well, you do say, I guess I could go out with my thoughts on the episode since that was some of its worst also. Yeah, basically it's a case of it has the potential to be like the best episode of the season and even like season finale tier episode. But nothing got accomplished and no one learned anything. And to me, that's worse than just being just a normal bad episode. Because it could have been so much better.
I see. So the missed potential was worse than just the callback.
Yeah, but if you just go into it's like, hey, it's Chrysalis and Evil Clone, yay! It's like that, and yeah, but I tend to look a bit deeper than just the surface level stuff. And the fact is, we got hyped for it even before the season started because don't forget, we had that animatic teasing us with that.
Yes.
This was true. I did actually see that as well.
It is also kind of a victim of its own hype.
Yeah. If it was a bit lower, then if there was no hype, then would you have given it a bit higher?
Maybe, but it's still, like I said, missed potential.
It wouldn't have helped, you're saying, much, yeah.
Maybe it would have bumped it up to a 2.
Okay. I am tallying up my scores.
That said, one thing came out of it that was somewhat relevant to the finale. The tree is actually willing to defend. The tree is actually willing to defend for itself, help in a situation, and
this is true. Yeah, there's a bit more lore.
All right. But the tree being active in what lies beneath it, it's also,
That's true.
Kind of diminishes the impact of that.
I'm erasing a joke right there, for our viewers. A pre-screening joke. So the total for me was 770.8. I should total up a total. So there are, how many total points are possible? Let's see. So we got 10 plus 10. Wait, okay. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I freaking screwed up, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. There are 24 episodes. 25 things that we tallied up. 25 times 10. So there are a total of 250 points. So the score for me,
or you could just get the average.
Yeah. Well, that's what we can do later. Yeah. So my score is 177.8. That's the score I would give. So that's minus like 70-ish points. Let's see Alex's. So keep talking. So what else did we talk about? Did I include 5 at the start? I did. Okay, 5. 6.5. we talked briefly about the holiday special. We included it again, as we said earlier, because it came out so soon, right after the end. And it was kind of like, it felt sort of like a separate finale, if that makes sense. Because it was as long as one. Yeah. It wasn't a finale, really, but just an added content, I guess. It was very good. Again, I personally felt it. I think we all agreed that was one of the better things if you include it in the seasons. It had a lot of callbacks. In fact, it was kind of mainly callbacks. You know what I mean? The plot revolved around like Flim Flam again. Oh shoot!
The voice kind of went a bit robot there.
Oh, we got 2 Flim Flam episode sort of type things. Flim Flams have been popular apparently.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, you're kind of a bit choppy.
Okay, maybe my Wi-Fi is cutting in and out.
Yeah, it's like I'm running on my mobile data, so thankfully I have a stable connection this week.
All right, actually, so we got Alex's 173.4, a bit lower than mine. So slightly less, I guess, slightly less positive about the season, and I'm going on to sarcasm score now. I am not expecting this to be very high. 5.
I'm already guessing that mine's going to be the lowest score of the bunch.
Yeah.
My guess also. But getting back to Flim and Flam, what do you do when you combine mixed potential with, at the time, worst new character with a bit of a character setback? My least favorite episode.
I can't understand anything.
My least favorite episode this season, Friendship University.
Friendship University, yeah. I think it might be you, sarcasm, because I heard Alex very clearly.
It seems to be. I think it might be clearing up.
Okay, but yes, I agree with that. That one was. I don't think it was as awful as you say, Alex. Like it was. It was higher on my list. I'm pretty sure.
Well, like I said, least likable new character at the time, at least, combined with Star Swirl apparently not being as wise as we would have expected, and also
that's true.
And finally, missed potential in the form of the Flim Flam brothers, and also a bit of a character setback for them because last time it was implied that there was a bit of a character progression, but this just felt like character regression.
Yeah. So sarcasm score came in at 56.8. So definitely by far the lowest. Let's.
There's also a question. I don't know if I ask. Did he, say, even bother to do a background check on the brothers? I mean, in the likelihood that the actions of the two have been reported in some form or another, you'd know there would have been at least there would have at least been a background check to ensure no criminal actions. These guys look for anything for money, even scandals, and yet somehow we, the audience, are expected to believe that everything checks out? I'm sorry. I have a hard time believing this. It's just stupid!
That and you're really having ponies in charge of a casino running a school. Really?
Yeah. We got 177.8. We got a lot of Flim Flam this season. By a lot, I mean 2. if you count the finale. But that's a much higher
you mean the special?
Yes. Sorry. I don't know. I sometimes have never been my favorite characters. Even, of course they're not supposed to be my favorite, but they're not my favorite villains. I just did the average, by the way. The average is 169.3. So 3 repeating, by the way. I hope I averaged that right. I added them together and then divided by 3, so that should be correct. If I remember my grade school math. That seems right because that's in between everything. What was the total score again? It was 250. It was 250, so divided by... No, okay. 169.3 divided by 250. So an average, the score of the season as a total was, if we round up, 68% overall.
Okay, that's a bit low, but really, you'd have to do this for each season to really get a baseline.
Yes, and we also have to remember that in our scale, 1 and 10 doesn't mean, isn't points, technically. It's a star system, basically, so it's not like this fit 5 in a grading scale would be basically failing, right? Whereas 5 in our scale is passing.
Average.
Yeah, average. And 6 is also good. 7 is above average by a lot, and 8 is good. You know what I mean? In real life, 8 an 80% is that's a low. 70 is you need to start working better, and 60 is you're failing. So the scale is much more harsh in a grading scale. So
I think it's around the 50% mark that things turn rotten on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, if we're going off of the school system, then if we're doing Rotten Tomatoes, then it's a bit more lenient as well. What is a rotten? Yeah, I can look up the grading scale. If we're going off the Rotten Tomatoes score, that's actually pretty high. That's actually probably a good scale, the Rotten Tomatoes score, because it's based on movies more, not on failure or passing, I guess. Okay,
yeah,
so
maybe we can do this for the other season, and that would give us something to do for another 7 weeks.
That's true. And we would, instead of us doing this all in post, we could do this. I mean, in pre-show, we could do this actively instead of.
Yeah.
Because this was an hour of content we just sat around and did off screen. So maybe next time we'll do this on screen.
Yeah,
and we might have
the question is, in which order do we do it? Do we do descending 7, 6, 5, or ascending 1, 2, 3, or just random?
We could do ascending probably from 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I do need to eventually just watch all of them again. Maybe over the holiday season I will get more to that. That's the problem, is usually I get. But once I'm kind of out of school for a month, then I will have a bit of extra time. And it will be the holiday season, so I'll be chilling. So on the tomato meter,
Right.
it's 60 is fresh, and then 59 is when it becomes rotten. So going off of that scale, ours is not solidly fresh, but it is fresh by a bit. Like a solid fresh is like 70 or like 70 to 80, I'd say.
Yeah.
Right. And hey, when we're doing the other ones, we can keep an updating scale of where each season ranks.
Yeah. And keep in mind, this scale is done after one viewing as well. And some of these episodes, again, might be dependent on later seasons, like Me and Six and like the student ones. The student ones, we don't really know how they'll turn out, and the Mean Six obviously might lead to something, but we don't know. Like Starlight did, sort of. The original Starlight finale might be kind of underwhelming. That's all we knew it went to.
Right.
But yeah, if that comes back and you give it a high, and that's one of the killing ones. That was a 10, or at least
it had
7.
the potential to be a 10.
So, if all of these might, so I think in general, usually on viewing, ratings get a bit higher. Would you say that? Because the Kieran one I've actually watched a second time. A couple of the other ones that are very highly rated a couple times.
But yeah, again, for me, each one was 2 watches.
Okay, so it got worse for you, actually. Probably. You know, maybe on initial watch. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's like for me, like an example of a 10 rating would be the apperence episode.
Yeah, that was a 10. That was a good solid 10.
Yeah, it's like you don't 10 out 10. Those are like rare occasions.
Better freaking earn it.
That's why I had the Kieran episode done, because it was good, but it just wasn't, at that level of yes.
Yes. Yeah, that helps, the shadow.
Can you hear me, Colin?
Yeah.
You listed episode 22, 22, I think it's...
Yeah, 22. I believe that was What Lies Beneath.
Anyway, that's on one of your top 3.
Yeah. I was actually about to ask if they were still watching the movie, and if so, if it turned the TV off.
Yeah, What Lies Beneath was a pretty high-scoring one for me. Yeah, 23 was it? Yeah, very high-scoring. 22. Yeah, 22 was also a high-scoring one. Again, I think if I just watched it once. And a lot of these viewings, for the viewers out there, I would watch this right before we started the drawing. So my view of the episode would be half watched, because I would be watching the thing and then sketching a bit, and then watching the episode and then sketching a bit. So my kind of perception of some of the episodes is a bit spotty, and my memory of them all is a bit spotty as well.
So we have a partial watch, a single watch, and a double watch.
Kind of, yeah. So if we're going by that, then my score will go down apparently because that's how it went with this scale. On partial watch, it was good. On one watch, it was well, it was a little bit less, and then on double watch, it wasn't as good. I think it might be a little character too, because in Mean Six, what I liked about it was characters never met up, whereas that's the main thing you hated about it was nothing happened.
My connection's starting to go again. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna try switching back over to the laptop.
All right.
BRB.
No problem. He's back.
Okay, I'm back.
Did you take a picture, Alex?
What was that?
I heard a snap, like a...
Oh. Yeah, I'm back on the Wi-Fi connection now, so hopefully that'll be a bit more stable.
I can do it too, Alex. Oh, shoot, I just took like 12 pictures there. Maybe I can't. Oh, maybe I can't on this. Okay, it does have a little noise. Did you hear that?
Hear what now?
Here, I'll make it as loud as possible. It's so quiet. It's like... Which I like. I do like quiet cameras. I just procured the new OnePlus 6T. So the big thing with phones, I do not all getting rid of the headphone jack. It pisses me off. I still use the headphone jack. Oh well. This one doesn't have the headphone jack, and it's... I haven't used it much yet anyways, but it annoys me. I always like more ports. That's actually one of the big things I don't like about my laptop. There aren't enough ports on it. But yeah.
Right.
That's something I do not... So if you're an Apple user out there, I'm very sorry. Not sorry at the same time. You guys need ports, like seriously. You need more ports. Like... That's one of the main things I use a laptop for. Like I use literally every day I use all of my ports, and I have like 7 ports. And it's still not enough. I still want more ports usually. I don't get the whole, oh, I only need one USB. It's like, no. Like currently right now I have the power plugged in, obviously. Which on the iPhone, on the new Mac, it actually, one of the ports is taken up by the charger, and the charger is a USB-C. So that's annoying. So I have mine plugged into the power. I have a microphone plugged in. I have a mouse plugged in, a headphone jack, a HDMI, and another USB that's running to the monitor that I'm drawing on. So yeah, that is a lot. I need to add something customary.
To the flip side, Nate, you have episode 5 on your list of bads.
Yes. Moved on. Which one was 5? Granny's Gone Wild. So I was talking about this earlier in the pre-show, which we should have probably filmed anyways. We'll probably do that next time if we do another sum up. If we continue to do this series of best and worst. It felt like the kart racing episode in I don't remember 6 or 5 or 7.
It was 6.
It was 6. All right, it was in 6. It was a kart racing one where the Crusaders. It was just off topic. A lot of people said it was weird, like it was like kind of out of place feeling. It didn't feel like My Little Pony, I guess. Granny's Gone Wild sort of had that feel to it. It wasn't as bad as a kart racing one, I think, but overall it was kind of weird. It didn't fit the theme, I don't think. There were some jokes, and I think it goes higher because there was Trixie.
Right.
And there's also there was some jokes that were funny. But other than that, there Rainbow Dash was also good because I think she was written correctly, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to Ashley Ball's polar opposite.
Yeah. I don't know why her horns look like a cannon mount, but doesn't it? Now that you've seen it, you can't unsee it.
That is true.
like a spokes of a.
What lies beneath? Points for relevancy to the finale. Granny's Gone Wild.
I forgot Hitler has a little stash right there, not on her chin. There we go, I fixed it.
Granny's Gone Wild, just another example of Applejack having just another example of a not too goodly written Applejack.
Yeah, Applejack was the cause of everything, and it's even stated that later on. Which was that was more of the humor. It's like, was it Applejack? She's like, yeah. It's like, haha. Not Applejack again. I don't know. I think Lost Pegasus, I think, also felt like a joke, sort of, when it was first kind of revealed, right? When it was first kind of thought up, it was kind of in the comics as a joke. You know, it was like, ha, on the map, right?
Yeah.
And then they visited it, and it's like, oh, it is a real place. And then they kept visiting it. It's kind of weird. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, if they wanted to bring in some of the joke cities, like Seattle places like Seattle would make more sense because it's a joke of Seattle, but it's a bit more on topic, I guess. It's easier to bring in without having it's not based on the joke, you know what I mean? I don't know. I maybe it's biased because I'd like to. Yeah. But I don't know. Las Pegasus. I think Las Vegas has a lot of glitz and glam, and it's kind of high tech as well. So it's kind of weird because you kind of have, look, it's Ponyville, and it's got like little hay straw houses and stuff like that, and Canterlot's got this whole old castle feel, kind of Renaissance feel. And then you go to Las Pegasus, and there's like slot machines and like arcades, and it's like, it throws you off a bit. The theming isn't right. I don't know. It just feels weird. They're not. This isn't the most consistent universe, of course, but I don't know. I feel like it's a real big departure. The other ones are kind of just jokes. This one's kind of like the whole episode takes place there. I don't know. Is that just me?
I don't know.
Made some valid points, but you're rambling.
I'll something regarding comment. I'll have something regarding the comics later. Anyway, also on your list of bads, 18.
18. Which is 18? Yakety sack. Yeah. This one, for the people that don't remember, which I didn't, is Pinkie Pie finds a Yvidophone. I had to look at that word. A Yvidophone and freaking annoys everyone in town. I guess the weird bit about this, why I think a lot of people kind of felt the same way. It didn't hate this episode, but the overall message is kind of wrong, I think. Because she kind of, it's like, oh no, yeah, you can continue to annoy your friends. It's what you really like. It's like, I don't know. It's, if it annoys other people to that extent, I don't know. It's kind of a weird episode because it's kind of like a bit more of a less clear-cut lesson, if you know what I mean. The which other episode was that?
You know, I just realized I forgot to press push to talk.
How long have you been talking?
I mentioned that Pinkie Pie's behavior and Discord's behavior in a matter of principles, like they both got rewarded for their actions.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. What is it? Matter of principles or something? Yeah.
And yeah, the writer just did not really get Pinkie Pie.
Yeah,
it's like outright states what makes her happy in the Smile song, and that was like what? How many seasons ago?
Yeah. The running theme, I think, of episodes that weren't so good, the characters just aren't written the way they should be, which is kind of a simple thing to mess up, but when it's messed up, it really affects it.
Colin, you helped me deduct a few points from my original score.
Yeah, I quoted the Smile song. That's what did it.
Yeah, it's yeah, I think those are the big marks. I think in most of the season, the running problem I think I have with these episodes is I kind of I've seen, we did a couple recalls to the original the first couple of seasons, and they're just, some of these episodes just don't understand Pinkie Pie or understand Rainbow Dash, or they just don't write them quite right, or they're just slightly off, or the lesson's weird. It's just little things, several little things that add up. Most of these, we don't have anything to say, I don't think, about the arts or all that.
Hello?
Would you guys agree?
Sorry, you were cutting off there.
Yeah, I didn't hear like the last half of that.
I was saying basically that overall, we all agree that the world building is good. The new destinations are pretty much good, except for my gripes with Las Pegasus being a big thing. The new characters in general are really good, but like just how the old characters are written and some of the lessons were kind of what brought down most of these episodes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, like, even the art style is getting really good. The art in this season is even better than all of the other ones. Some of these locations are really nice looking. Like the art the characters look amazing. Like the new Corinne are amazing. Like their designs are really unique and really cool. I mean, it really excited the fan base. There's not much you can talk about the art style or anything. You can't critique much of that. The sound design is getting better. Voice acting is really good.
Yes.
The songs are, in general, very good. I don't think there's really an exception to like any really bad songs. If I'm forgetting one, then just remind me. But I don't think any of these songs were really bad. A couple of, like the last season, I think had, they weren't the best.
But yeah, the songs have been good this season. I even like the Yak song.
Yeah, the Yak song was good. Yeah, even though that episode was very good.
I mean, it's not very long.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's just nice.
It's just wholesome. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's what I mainly have to say about this. This was pretty good, I think. I think the score undershoots it a bit for me. So that score seems a lot worse than I think it actually was. Would you guys agree?
Yeah. It's like I'd say they did good on art and new characters, but they needed to do a bit of homework in regards to the old characters.
Yeah. And it's not references that we have problems with. References in this never in that way. It's just, the characters weren't written quite like they were used to. I think what I expected this season to average would be about an 80, actually. Or maybe like a 75. Would you guys agree with that? I didn't think it was going to be that.
Maybe like further down the line, at some point in the future, we can come back to this and like do a second scoring. Like maybe after we've had a bit of time to kind of like chill and everything. It's like maybe our views on some of the episodes will change.
Yeah, like some of the Spike ones might change a bit more. Because I don't know, they might be more pivotal later on. You know what I mean? I think Spike kind of should have had more time on screen. He had a big change this whole season, and he kind of only showed up like majorly. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he kind of even rarely using kind of like, which I kind of like because he's kind of like Twilight. She just doesn't really care. She doesn't really use them. I guess she didn't let it change her personality. I don't know. Overall, I think that's this score here is a bit undershooting. It's the mathematical answer, but I think 75 overall, maybe an 80 actually.
But yeah, like you can put like a little asterisk by the score at a potential change in future.
Yeah, do that.
Since this season is still kind of like the freshest in mind.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a decent gap between 7 and 8, so we kind of forgot about what 7 was like. I need to rewatch it at least. I've been having a pretty busy out of podcast life. To the fact that even to the point of I couldn't even fit in till the podcast. So
yeah, it's like with me, things are going to be kind of calming down a bit. Finally.
I kind of think it will, but I don't want to call it early. So
Yeah, well, I'm all out of conventions for the year.
it might get worse for me because I might take more classes. But season 9 won't come for a while, I'm guessing. We don't have a countdown yet or a time frame. They're probably already done with several of the episodes, knowing how. The big thing I'm looking forward to is one of the big things that we know is going to look at. I'm still super hyped for that Equestria Girls. I'm not usually hyped for Equestria Girls, but I really want that Sci-Twi in Equestria. That would be amazing.
Yeah, and that's actually another thing we could do. It's like after we finish up seasons 1 through 7, we could rate the Equestria Girls specials.
That's true. Yeah, they'll probably be a lot lower.
Yeah, well, I mean, still out of an 1 through 10 score, it's like should kind of even out.
Yeah, they're not terrible. Some people really hate them. Some people really like them. I think pretty average on them, I'd say. You know what I mean? They're not as good as the main series, I don't think. Some people think they're better, and I think they're just kind of on par with average episodes.
Yeah, it's like
the big.
I've learned to just kind of accept it as its own thing and not really compare it to Pony, except the first movie. There's no choice but to kind of compare it, since it's really just like the first two part are altered and in movie form.
Yeah, my favorites of the movies so far have been ones where they spend a lot of time in Equestria, or one of them comes over and comes back. You know, that's I don't know. I always like that aspect of movies, if there's like two worlds that combine a bit.
Right, and maybe like for that one we do like score, like different scores, like scored for plot and music and villain.
Yeah, we were again these scores we didn't touch on that. Yeah, these scores are everything all together, and averaged out. So like I scored 2 on some of them, but everything else, the art was amazing. Just I didn't like the plot, so it got really low.
Yeah, I guess I figure with since they're the movies and specials, there's not as many, so to pad out for time.
Do we know when the Equestria Girls is supposed to come?
Nope.
I think they said next year, but that's pretty close actually now. Like I think they might have said 2019, but that's not saying much because that could be in 3 months.
Or it could be in July.
Oh boy, I hope it's not that. Because I don't. That's one of my maybe I don't know. Maybe it is good if it comes. I don't know. That's something I'm looking forward to. I haven't looked forward to. Yeah, I haven't looked forward to Equestria Girls really much. When they announce a new Equestria, it's like, okay, I'll check that. But it's like not super hyped about it. This one, they showed the trailer. Yes, Sci-Twi came over. I'm like, oh, okay. I hope it's not just so like we saw them in a cave or whatever. I hope they just aren't stuck in a cave the entire time and like they're only there for like 6 minutes.
Right.
Because I feel like the recent one with Starlight coming to Equestria for a bit, that was like the bare minimum. I wish they went a little farther with it, but that was definitely by far the best part of Pony for that half year. Starlight coming back, right? Or Sunset Shimmer. Well, I get them mixed up still. Somehow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Glim Glam and Shim Sham.
Yeah. If we're just going off of Sparkle acronyms, yeah, real trouble arises.
Yeah, you would have thought they would have noticed the pattern by now, and kept a watch on anything that sounds even remotely similar to Twilight Sparkle or
Sparkle, Glimmer. Who boy?
That general naming theme.
I mean, if we have trouble with it, I don't know how. Maybe they just have more capacity for this. We've expanded. We've hit the limit of guys' memory storage for acronyms such as this, or I mean, words such as sparkle and glimmer, rainbow. Ow. The thing about the main six is they generally have pretty normal names. Rarity, Jack. They're decent. Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie's starting to get weirder. Rainbow Dash is like, okay, that's pretty decent. Twilight Sparkle's pretty out there because that's kind of like that's not really a normal name. Pinkie is a name that has been used for other things. Then we get into Starlight Glimmer and Sunset Shimmer, and those aren't even close to normal names. Naming, if we're talking about naming, when my friends first who aren't bronies talked about Discord when the Discord first came out and became popular, they're like, "Hey, do you guys got Discord?" And I'm like, "Whoa, what?" So I was like panicking. I'm like, "Wait, what? Do they know?" Funny. Yeah, and they're like, "Yeah, Discord." And I'm like, which Discord? And they're like, because I didn't know about the app still, so I'm like, maybe they're talking about something else. So I'm like, maybe I'll say which Discord, implying that there are multiple. And I'm like, they're like, the gaming app, right? And I'm like, oh, gaming app. No. And then we were playing Overwatch at the time, and Sombra was a big thing. Sombra came out on Overwatch, and I didn't hear about it. And my friends are like, "Have you heard of?" And I'm like, which Sombra? And they're like, Sombra and Overwatch. And I'm like, no, I haven't heard of that one. Close call.
Yeah.
Stupid names. Luckily, Pony is usually pretty out there in their naming scheme, so it doesn't.
Isn't normally that much overlap.
No. Except for Twilight. If you search Twilight, you'll vampires first. Spike, you might get Spike TV or something like that.
And Princess Twilight. Did you mean Twilight Princess?
Yes, you meant Twilight Princess. That's what you meant. You meant Twilight Princess. Shoves it down your throat, Google. I mean, that's a good game. I've never finished it because it's too hard, but actually, it's just long and I don't have time for it, but I think I got stuck in the Sky Temple. Yeah. They need to make a full-fledged Pony game. I am still waiting for it. Like a 3D Pony game. Like there's online hacks. Like what is it? Legends of Equestria, I think, is one of the big ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
That one's pretty good, but it's done by the community, which means it's kind of limiting, and there's not much to do from when I last was on it. And you kind of just walk around. It's kind of like a chat room, basically, with ponies.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, not dissing Legends of Equestria. It is good. Go check it out.
Equestria Second Life, basically.
Yeah. If Hasbro ever made like Legends of Equestria, but since it would be made by them, it would have to be higher production quality, and more people would probably play it. That'd be awesome. They need to make a VR version so I can play an Oculus, and then I can freaking hug ponies in real life. Life goal. I mean, I got close there. You can go into VR chat, and then you can. That was kind of weird. Yeah, I was like, there's like, what's the nurse name? I got Heart something.
Red
Heart. There's like a player that walks with a red skin, and he's like, "Yo, what's up?" Like, he's like Nurse Heart, just like going, "Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, bro?" Like, doing fine, mate. Kind of immersion breaking. I don't know. We got off way off track, but it was still Pony.
That is true.
It was kind of long-term Pony because we are talking season and the end of it. But yeah, here, let me go back to the picture for you guys. There we go. My angry eyes. Oh, she's blushing.
Here's my comment with Mender Principles. At least it was better than the episode preceding that. Anyway, also on your list of bads, Nate, you have 24.
I think we kind of all had 24. Yeah. 24 was kind of eh.
Like I said, it's the season's obligatory meh Spike episode.
It kind of had missed potential, and it kind of had a bunch of my least favorite types of scenes where it's awkward and it's the audience knows something the characters don't.
Yeah.
And Spike takes ages to catch on. He does in the end, which I give props. Usually they just, I never knew that, and it's super uncandid.
Well, he did have a little bit of help.
That's true. So he didn't quite do it on his own. I don't know. I can't tell if that's kind of what would really happen, but I kind of doubt it would because you'd be a bit more suspicious. At least in real life, usually if somebody takes care of you for a long time, you kind of don't really want to switch over to the people just because you don't have as much emotional attachment. He kind of ditches Twilight immediately. Which again isn't what Spike would do usually. This isn't the Spike I know.
That was a bit of balancing act. Looking your runners up for goods.
Oh, gee. Sorry. We got. After I'm kind of done with these because we kind of summed up all of the goods. We probably should cut it soon. It is 1 a.m., but
yeah, and I have some other people who kind of want to go to sleep.
So we'll just run over them real fast. 22. What lies beneath? That was already in in some of yours as the best choice. Sarcasm, like that one, good. Pretty good episode. It was very close to on my list of goods, but I think the special edged it out because I think I like the special a bit more because it had more comedy. I think that hit. The special had a lot of comedy that hit. 19 or yeah, 19. Road to Friendship. The song was funny. I don't think it was like as good a song as the Kieran one.
Yes.
It was funny, but it wasn't as like it wasn't as I wouldn't listen to it constantly like I might. Yeah, the plus the lyric about uh, it was a good episode because I thought it was pretty useful in real life as well. Like it actually had a lesson that applies in real life well. Usually you kind of have to expand the example a bit to make it fit real life, but this one was pretty much already ready for the real world. 15 is Heartwarming Club. Again, we all kind of agreed that this was a really good one.
Yes.
It had really good character building. The scenes were really nice. Song. I think there was a song in it, wasn't there?
Not really. Oh,
Okay.
the Yak song.
Yeah. Okay. Then,
and the Changeling Carol.
Oh yes, that was good. So it was a funny episode. Good student formation. 10. The breakup breakdown. Oh, okay. This is following one of my favorite subplots. I do like little love episodes. They're very rare. I feel like they're doing more of them now because of their base, I guess, which is kind of fun. I think it was done pretty well. It had a lot of characters in it, and I think it was paced pretty decently. Plus, it had some really cute scenes at the very end.
This one tackled the rom-com spectrum.
Yeah. The parent map that has Starlight and Sunburst going to their homes, so some very good world building.
Yes.
And character expansion, I guess, development. Other than that, it was a decent story. I think it scored a bit lower because the story was decent, and it would be pretty easy to apply it to real life as well. This was another good story. I think it scored lower because it was a good episode, but it wasn't a great episode. Yeah. So I'll hit some of the bad ones real fast, and then I think we'll end it. Number 4, Fake It Till You Make It. It's an okay one. I don't know. I think we were a little harsh on it because it's where Fluttershy takes over for Rarity for a bit. She basically gets like schizophrenia or something, and develops characters that help each character, each customer she meets, and it goes downhill, obviously. The scenes were pretty nice, and the character design for the alternate Fluttershy is really cool and very memeable. It was a decent episode. I think it was kind of like an okay episode, but I don't know if it earns the bad or not. You know what I mean? It's kind of an unoffensive episode, I guess. It's just kind of a little bit more meh than usual. 9, non-complete clause. This one's this one's not very good.
As I said during our discussion, season 1 wants its episode back.
Yeah, basically that. It's a season 1 episode that should have happened earlier, or has happened earlier several times already. This is literally like the fall run where Apple Dash and Rainbow Apple Dash. It's an Apple Dash episode of where they're just trying to one up each other. It's super simple, and it's just a redo sort of. The locations are good, the art's amazing, students, but overall it's a basic episode, and it takes no risks. 14, A Matter of Principles. The main thing. So why this one scored? Basically, the whole thing was okay. The whole episode was pretty good, except for the mixed characterization of several characters. Discord being the main offender, and it just it just doesn't feel like Discord.
It's one from its predecessor, to say the least.
Yeah, basically. That's the main problem we had with it. Other than that, again, art's fine, music design and stuff like that is all fine and good. Better than usual as we progress. Friendship University is on my list. We kind of already went over this one, why we didn't like it. I'll kind of skip over it. A rock hoof in a hard place. We haven't really touched on this. This will be our finishing one, I think. And we'll kind of call it for tonight. But yeah, rock hoof in a hard place. This should have come a bit earlier in the season if you were watching him chronologically, I think. Because we don't get much of... We barely get any of the pillars as I kind of thought would happen. I kind of thought they'd get phased out pretty fast. And they're kind of already in the background. Like they only show up like 2 or 3 times in this entire season. And in like most of them they have pretty minor roles. This is like the only pillar based episode we get. And it was pretty good. I think it was a pretty good episode actually, but it's just too little too late, I guess, kind of feel.
Yeah, kind of.
Like it's like the pillars are kind of already out of style. I don't know if they're going to bring them back much. I don't know how I feel if they do or not. I'm like kind of impartial on them. I don't know. It was an okay episode. It jumps around a lot. The Twilight, okay, the main 6 they kind of nail though. I mean, Twilight acts like Twilight would, and all the characters act like they probably would. So it doesn't have the problem that most of it of just mischaracterization. It's getting late. I'm having trouble forming words. But yeah, overall, that's its main problem. Is just it's a bit too little, too late. It jumps around a lot. I don't know. It's kind of an okay episode, but it's just kind of, I don't know. It's just a meh episode, I think.
Yeah, that sums it up really.
It uses something that could go pretty cool, but just kind of plays it safe. I guess that's kind of what I'm saying. The upside of it, the big upside of it is get a finishing touch to most of these pillars, because if they are kind of getting rid of them for now, they get kind of a nice little ending, each one of them. Star Swirl is kind of the only one that they're probably going to consistently, I think, because he kind of has the only one that's kind of open form. But yeah, overall. Closing statements. Sarcasm, do you have anything?
Yeah, okay season, room for improvement. We'll come back to these episodes in a couple months and review them. It's like, and maybe the score will change.
Yeah, I think overall we sound pretty harsh, but I think we had fun with this season. Would you agree with that? Yeah, it sounds pretty harsh, but I think we have. There was a lot of jokes that hit. I think most of it was just kind of continuity error, saying earlier. With the characters, it's not continuity errors with the world, but the character writing. So I think if the new writers that are doing the new episodes just kind of slow down a bit and take time to not just reference old seasons, but write the characters how they used to be written, I think this would be a really top-notch season.
Yeah.
I think it was an improvement over 7, though, by a decent amount. Would you agree? It was at least on par.
In a sense, it had like the how should I put it? Definitely had a well. Oh yes, the season premiere, season 7 was a one-parter. I forgot. Yeah, like a better opening and ending and some the general plot related episodes, but it also didn't quite have as high of a high, but it had a lower low.
Yeah, that's probably a good way of putting it. Overall, I think one of the big things that Tony needs to slow down and think, like work out is Pony used to have a pretty small area. Like it was just Ponyville, right? And then maybe they went to Canterlot, right? That was 2 seasons, 3 seasons, 4 seasons even. And then they've expanded quite a lot. And the areas they visit are a bit underdeveloped, or they kind of feel kind of like just backgrounds. So I don't know. I guess maybe spend more time on the areas. They keep adding a lot of stuff and then just skipping. I think if they slow down and develop the things they've made.
Yeah, it's like it's nice to add new things, but you have to be careful not to spread yourself too thin.
Yeah. It works. So developing and adding new things works with series like Star Wars: The Clone Wars, where basically every episode they added a planet. It works fine there because it's not based on the locations quite as much. It's more of a character driven. Pony is very character driven, but a lot of the characters come or their special talent is based there, or it revolves more around that.
Right.
If you watch something like Clone Wars, they freaking land on a planet, dink around a bit there, and then leave, and it's the planet is kind of just a backdrop with a fun spin usually. And I feel like that's kind of what they're using. I feel like maybe that's what they don't most of the places don't really have much of a spin to them, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like when they went to Umbara in Clone Wars, everything was dark constantly, and it affected the characters. This is like they kind of travel really anywhere, and it doesn't really affect them much. Like they go to the hippogriff's place, and it just it's just like Ponyville basically, but with hippogriffs. Like nothing different really happens, I guess. I don't know. Or when they went to the Kirin, it was just kind of like a Kirin Ponyville basically.
Right.
If they keep going places, they need more of a spin, I guess, to the place. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like the Dragonlands was a pretty good example, and I kind of don't know why the Griffin's places are pretty decent as well. They have the underwater and above land and sky basically. They need
something that makes it unique.
Yeah, there's a lot of places they just kind of go and walk around. What it does is it just adds more background noise, and it's like this is a new place, and we'll probably forget about it. It's kind of like non-memorable. If you're not a fan, then you don't really remember anything happening. I think they're noticing that though, because Yak Yakistan came up several, and so they are trying to develop it, I think, a bit, but they did add stuff like Lost Pegasus a couple times, and it's still kind of underdeveloped, I think. I don't know. I'm kind of nitpicking now.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit.
I don't know. I think we're kind of down to nitpicking now, though. Hit most of the big. But yeah. Anyways, do you guys have any closing statements before we should end it?
Well, I already said mine.
What you got, Alex?
Yeah, I admit it's also pretty average, but nothing short of, but at least it wasn't boring. That's the best thing you can say about Pony. It's not boring.
If nothing else, it was very pretty. It was pretty, and it was loud and exciting. That's usually one of the big reasons why I watch Pony a lot of times. It's just happy, it's just cheerful.
Yeah.
You get a lot of dark, depressing shows. We're kind of in the era, grunge and dingy places. It's like, okay, you kind of get enough of that after a while.
Yeah, it's like dark and edgy has made a comeback. After the '90s.
Yeah. That's kind of why I started watching it. Is Pony was so happy, and it still had issues, but they still had problems. But
it's an optimistic show.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, my parents died and I'm just sad, and that I'm just gonna be sad though. I don't know. I think they've continued their legacy of that, which is all that we really want.
Yeah.
Reindeer have head-mounted anti-aircraft cannons. Cannon.
Head cannon accepted.
It's literally head cannon.
Well, you didn't realize that?
Not really until you kind of laid it out. Again, this reminds me of the Gaijin joke, April Fool's Year. You remember that? I'll get you a nice picture. So there's a war game. And they do an April Fool's every year. One of their first ones was this. Let me open it. I missed it too. I wasn't playing the game at the time. It aggravates me, and they get rid of it right when April Fool's. So anyone that wasn't there on April Fool's can't play. Which, I mean, makes it feel exclusive, but oof. There it is. Yes. This is amazing. So you got, let me break this down for you. You got orange pony, blue pony, pink pony, purple pony, and yellow pony. I think they listed them as. This is the Pony Nation. See, there's America, there's Russia, there's Germany, there's England, there's Japan, and there's Pony Nation. You got wing-mounted rocket pods, 500-pound bombs, and auto cannons. They also go at about 700 miles per hour, so that's great. And they shoot rainbow tracers, which is amazing. What more could you want, really? This is what I see in my... Oh, shoot. I mean to do that. Even if they just added an option to do like this would be amazing. Like you could change your player model out. Let me see. There it is.
Yep.
That would be amazing.
Yes.
It's even like Cloud. What is this? Like the training base is amazing already. Like it's perfect for an airfield. The Fokker Wolf 190. And no, I didn't swear there. Fluttershy doesn't look like a German.
Yeah, we should probably wrap things up.
Yeah. All right, Alex, do you want to close this out?
Hopefully people have seen the charts and can get a good idea about get a good idea of our thoughts on some of the other episodes. Anyway, I think that pretty much concludes what there is to talk about for the year. That doesn't feel like much recapping in like a year ago. This is like fresh in memory or something. This is fresh in memory at best. But as for how we're going to take care of the haters, there's been some interesting ideas have been tossed about, obviously. I would say, and actually one of them I'd like to take advantage of next week.
Oh?
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, Yoda Soda Creations, a podcast, is doing an IDW comic.
Oh.
And not just
really?
Not just any old arc. It's one of the new ones. It's one I really love. And it's based on one of my favorite characters from the movie.
Ooh. Did it just come out?
Oh, that one.
Quick reminder, which one of us has been following the comics a bit more which one of you two have been following the comics a bit more?
I haven't followed them in a bit. I have like 10 comics I need to catch up on.
Ooh.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, I haven't followed the comics in a while. I've been meaning to, though.
Yeah, they were really good. I just stopped doing them because I just have been pretty crunched for time. And they take, like an hour to read, half an hour to read. I usually, they take like 10 minutes to read, but I usually look at each piece of art a decent amount.
Yeah.
Well, we'll certainly have something interesting to talk about it. Well, we'll certainly have something interesting to talk about next week.
Yeah, that should be. All right.
Well, that was fun.
It was. It was a bit long, and it was a bit unorthodox, but...
And next week I'll be back to my proper microphone.
Yes.
And hopefully we will do a drawing. This actually kind of came out just editing together a picture. It was actually kind of fun. And you still get a piece of semi-art because, I did just combine some people's art together, but I mean, I did the grass
and the columns. No one can claim those.
But yeah, we will actually be covering the return of Tempest Shadow next week, and hopefully we will see you all by then. All take care.
Bye.
See you guys.